Hi Rachel, it's Tony here, and I thought this would be the better way of doing something for you regarding our gigs, because I know you mentioned you don't do Facebook, and I didn't fancy writing all this lot down in a long list. So what I'll do is I'll tell you the gigs that we've got coming up, and then if you were interested in any particular gig, you can always email me back and say, can you give me more details on that? And what I will do is, if we have any more updates or any more gigs that are added, then I will do another video and I'll send you the link again so you can have a look for that. How long that'll be, I don't know. It depends how many gigs we get. And I would also say that should you want to go to any of the gigs, please just double check a day before. Let us know just to make sure, because they do get cancelled. So without further ado, I'll go through the gigs, tell you where we're playing, and probably tell you a little bit about the venue as well, so then you can have a look. And in fact, if you do look at some of the videos, you might find some of these venues we've already got videos up that we've done before. So we'll start, not this weekend, because there's nothing really this weekend, but we start on the 8th of August. We're at a place called Oddfellows in Wimborne, which is starting at 8:30 in the evening. It's a nice gig, that one. It's a very, very small pub. In fact, they claim it's the smallest pub in Dorset. So it is a very tiny venue, but we know a lot of the people in there. We go to open mics there, so we know it's a nice venue for people that are there. So that's on Friday the 8th. We're free on the Saturday. The Sunday, the 10th of August, we're at the Bear of Burton, which is in Christchurch, or Burton, just outside of Christchurch. That's a 5:30 start, so it's a late afternoon. Again, we played there before. That's a very big pub, and does food as well. Again, that should be quite nice. There's not normally many people there, but hey, it's Christchurch, so it's not a bad part of the world. So that's on Sunday. Now, we start then going into the following week end, and the 15th of August, you know about that one, that's Snake Catchers, which is a 6:30 start. So that's the Snake Catchers at Brockenhurst, so you've seen that one already. Then we're on the Saturday, we're at the Solento Lounge in Lymington. Solento Lounge in Lymington. 8 PM start on that one. We've not played there before, so I can't really give you an inside tip on what that's like, other than to say it looks like a lounge, and we'll see what that one's like. And then on the Sunday, we're again in Lymington, funnily enough, at the Ferryman. Ferryman, just outside Lymington. It's near, I think, where they get the ferries to go over to the Isle of Wight. We played there before. It's got a lovely sun trap garden, so if it's nice, we'll be outside in the sun trap. It's a 2 o'clock start, so if you fancy that one, that should be quite relaxed as well. They want us to do more gentle stuff, so maybe a little bit more gentle than some of the other gigs maybe. Then we go on to the 22nd of August, that's Friday the 22nd of August. We're at the Sunhill Camp Music Festival. Now that's just outside, I see where it is. It's actually got a ticket price of £109, so that's a festival. So I doubt if you want to, but if you do, there is called Sunhill Campsite Music Festival. It's just outside Bruton, I think it is. So it's up Gillingham and around this way. We're only doing a 45-minute set there. I'm not sure of the start time on that one, so if you are interested, maybe give me a buzz. I can tell you a bit more about that. Then we go to the Sunday. We haven't got one on the Saturday, but Sunday the 24th, we're at the Hood Arms in Kilve, which is all the way over in Southampton. But that's a fun day. They basically take over Kilve Cricket Club. They have music all day. They put a bit of a bar there. They've got some food there, and if the weather's nice, they get hay bales out and people can sit outside. It's bring your own chair there. There is a cost, £25.90 for the day. We're on about 2 PM on the Sunday, but we tend to stick around that one. We'll probably get there a little bit earlier and stick around till later on, because it gets quite some very good acts, jazz acts and various other people play there. It's a family day, so no problems there, I don't think, with that one. And then on the Monday, the 25th of August, which is the bank holiday Monday, we're at Dortsea Festival of Transport, now spelled Dauncey because it's Dauntsey. Festival of Transport, again there's a ticket price involved in that. We're on 11:45 to 12:30 and 3:15 to 4 p.m. So again, there will be a cost. I don't know what it is, but you'd have to dig that out. And again, that's a Festival of Transport, so there'll be lots of, I guess, transport things. I think they're talking about tractors and various other things. And a day out for the family, I would suggest. That's Monday the 25th of August. Then we go to the 30th of August, which is the following Saturday, and we're at the Sun Inn in Romsey at 5 p.m. We've done that one before. It's a really nice locals pub. If the weather's nice, it's got a little courtyard outside. We play out there. We played that one before, and again, we know a few people there, so it's quite good fun normally when we play there. There's a few joiners and singers, and maybe the odd dancer or two with that one. Now, it's going to be a bit long, this, because I'm going to get you right through to the end of September. So we'll start with the next one in September, which is the 3rd, Wednesday, the 3rd of September, and we're at the Bear and Ragged Staff, which is in Micklemarsh, Romsey, or Stony Marsh, Romsey. That's from 6 p.m, that's free, and that's a car day, so there's going to be lots of gentlemen there admiring sports cars. So it's a bit hard to park. They make you park in a field opposite, and then you can walk in and have a look at all the cars that are parked in their car park, which is all for anybody with machinery. So I don't know if you're interested. Probably not, but we do that, and that's a bit of a filler more than anything else, but hey, we're there. And then on Friday the 5th of September, we're at the Rose and Crown in Trent. Now, Trent is just outside of Sherborne, heading towards Yeovil. It's a 6 p.m. start. We have played there, and I can say it's a gorgeous garden. Again, if the weather's nice, we'll be in the garden. Food is very good. We saw a lot of food coming out, and in fact, we've made a mental note to maybe try eating there another time. But that is very worthwhile just for the beauty of it. It's got a lovely garden. There's coy carp in a a pond area. I'll correct that, a bricked area with coy carp by the side of us, but we just thought it was a very nice pub, very oldie-worldy, very secluded in a lovely village. Then on Saturday the 6th, we're I'm not sure about this one. I know we got one in the afternoon at Swanage Folk Festival. Swanage at 2 p.m. That's actually in the Modem Theatre. That's the big theatre right in the centre of Swanage. You'll find that right by the beach. Everybody knows where it is because it looks like a 70s building out of place with everything else that's in Swanage. But we're playing there. That will be very much a folk afternoon because the music is all folk music. And also, pardon me, because it's folk music, there'll be lots of other people playing as well, and it's all for free, although they ask for a donation, but that's all free. So that's Saturday afternoon. We are playing somewhere else on the night, but I'm not sure about that one, so I think that one might get cancelled. I'd have to let you know about that. The next one, Sunday the 7th, is the Anchor Inn in Ealing, and that's literally by the containers in Ealing. We're starting there at 4 p.m. We have played there. That's quite lively. There's a couple of local fellas in there that are always having a laugh with Una because we can't understand one of them is Scottish, but he likes to have a bit of a Scottish song. That's not bad. Again, that can get quite lively. A lot of families go into there, so again, safe and secure, nothing wrong with that. Now we get to the Friday the 12th of September, and we're at the White Horse in Otterbourne, Brenton. Can't tell you much about it. We've not played there before. I know we're from 6 till 8, but that's the White Horse, Otterbourne, Brenton. And I'm still waiting to confirm that one. So again, if you're interested, let me know and I'll sort that one out. Next one, Saturday the 13th of September, 8:30 we're there. This is the Duke of York. in Shepton Beauchamp, and I'll spell that Beauchamp. Shepton Beauchamp. I'm not sure about that one. It's in our diary. You know, sometimes I don't remember where we get them from, but it's there. If you're interested, I'll do more research on that one. Next one, Sunday the 14th of September, The Goat at Downton, Salisbury. Again, that's at 4 till 6 p.m. That's a new one to us, so we would have to do it and then tell you. So if you do come along to that, you'll be as much informed as we are on that one. Then we're getting into the 19th of September, which is a Friday, a 7 p.m. Let's get that right. Friday the 19th at 8 p.m. start time, and it's called the George Blackwell near Bristol. That was a private private party, so it will be in the pub and open to everybody, but I guess that's too far for you anyway. The next one is Saturday the 20th, and that's the Gate at Cliff Bar. So it's called the Gate Cliff Bar. That's at Parkgate near Southampton. That's more of a craft pub. Bit more wine and cheese and various other things. We played it before. It's quite nice mix of age group goes in there, so again, nice enough. Next one we're doing is the 27th of September, which is a Saturday, the Red Admiral at Hilperton. We played that one. That's a bit more family, but that was probably not the type of one you want to get to. In fact, it's still provisional. So if you're interested, let me know, but I'll come back to you with the start time and various other things if you're interested. Next one, Sunday the 28th of September, the Gamekeeper Pub in Southampton. That's a 2 till 4 on a Sunday afternoon. It's a locals pub. We played there before. The garden's quite nice. It's got a big back garden, but nothing special about it, but at least you know we're doing that one. Now we're getting towards the end now. There's a couple more in October. I think I'll give you these two. The Three Crowns in Wiltshire, Chippenham, Wiltshire at 8 p.m. That's on Saturday the 4th of October at 8 p.m. That's a real ale pub. It looks a bit rough, but the people in it are great, and they do fantastic real ales, and we normally do a mix of stuff in there, and they're normally quite talkative if I remember right, so that could be a very good gig. Putting the kibosh on it probably for me by saying that, but I look forward to that one. Sunday the 5th of October finally is the Catford Tea Rooms. Going all posh. This is near Warminster. It's only 45 minutes we're doing, 1:30 to 2:30, only an hour, sorry, 1:30 to 2:30. Haven't played there before, but obviously with it being tea rooms, it might be a bit unusual for us to do it. That's the 5th of October. Again, more information, let me know. And that's about it now. That takes you right through to October. That's all the gigs that we have. So if repeating myself, if any gigs you're interested in, come back and let me know. Hopefully this has not been too long, but I do tend to talk a bit. So we'll see you at any of the gigs. Hope you're enjoying the music. Take care, stay safe and well.